along. Each day with a thrill, trail fighters of skill, we know we must fulfill. We're mounted men, though odds may be 1 to 10. We'll follow the trail, we never will fail to capture dangerous roads, for everyone knows we say. Get a man despite any plan, he'll have to win. Our will won't bend, and honor we must defend. Our job may be tough, we'll call any bluff, we'll stick to the very end. Proud of the coat that we wear, but it's eager to share the work of mounted men.
Matches? No, let's see, now you want 5 pounds of sugar, huh?
You better bake it 10 pounds, Miss Manning.
Kinda got a sweet tooth lately.
Most I'll ever wait for you, Jim. Isn't that mine of yours ever going to run out?
Maybe and maybe not.
Ah, there you are. Cashing in more gold, eh?
Get away from me. Get away, do you hear?
Not until you give me one of them bills.
Oh, don't pay any attention to him, Jim. Here's your money. $2,000.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm sick and tired of you pestering me. Always wanting money for drink. I'm getting out of here, and I'm leaving today for Montreal, and there ain't nobody going to stop me.
Oh, Jim. Jim.
Get Hawks. Right away.
What's up?
Jim Smithers is leaving.
What do you mean, leaving?
He's getting out of here.
And taking our counterfeit money?
Yes. I knew it was a bad idea right from the start. Didn't we make enough money shipping out counterfeit without having to pass it on Jim Smithers?
Well, you yourself admitted it was a good way to get his gold dust free. But who thought the old miser would make a break for Montreal? I thought he'd die with the stuff here.
Well, he's not dead. In fact, he's headed for his cabin to pack and leave. You know what it means if he starts passing that money in the city? They'll find out where it came from.
Let me ride by the riverside, through the forest, the hillside and dale, for it's there I find cares I left behind, riding down the Yukon Trail. Mountains high, breaking through the sky, and each cloud is a white floating sail. I see paradise there before my eyes, riding down the Yukon Trail, roaming along a trail of dreams, singing a song while sunset beams. When day is done and the setting sun hides in back of a deep purple veil, love comes back to me in my reverie, riding down the Yukon Trail.
Where are we heading for now? Don't you think we need a vacation once in a while? I'll say we do. Boy, this is swell. Sarge, I feel as free as a bird on the wing. Kelly, you've got the soul of a poet. Hey, now wait a minute. Don't get me wrong. Hey, look over there. Say, there's a body in that canoe. Let's go. There goes our vacation.
Well, he's still warm. Couldn't have been dead more than an hour.
Yeah, shot right through the heart.
It's a good thing the canoe got snagged here and didn't go over the rapids.
Hey, I bet there was money in that.
Marvelous, Kelly, marvelous. You're improving every day.
Thanks, Sarge.
And if he was shot, it must have been by a bullet.
Yeah.
All right, Constable. You may now probe for that bullet.
I was afraid of that.
You murderer! I followed you for 1,000 miles. Fight the dust, you varmint! And Whispering Smith, the world's greatest detective, finishes off another killer.
We're looking for the killer. Where is he?
Hey, speak up, what'd you say?
Where is the killer?
Thriller, I'll say I am. I'm studying to be a detective.
Well, that's fine. Maybe you can help us. Does this belong to anyone that lives here?
Say you want to live here? It's too bad you boys lost your money. The trading post will trust you for your grub. I'll give you lodging until your pa sends you some more money.
Thanks. But right now, I'd just like to use your phone.
Just like home, huh? Yes, it is. Running cold water in every room. Just tip up the pitcher.
He says he wants to use your phone.
Well, then why don't he speak up instead of mumbling through his upper plate?
Let me Inspector Dolan at Fort Pioneer. Sergeant Renfrew calling.
Don't be here long, are you?
Just a moment.
Just a month, huh? Good. I'll give you boys the royal suite. You can inspect her.
Sergeant Renfrew reporting, sir. Well, it looks as though we're all through with our vacations.
Call all your relations, are you? Well, good. We haven't had so many lodgers for over a year.
Yes, Inspector. We'll keep our eyes open for the counterfeit ring. But first of all, there's a murder we'll have to look into.
Where do they live?
Oh,
Your relations. I say, where they live?
relation? Oh, they're far away.
In Iowa, huh? Well, I've got an Uncle Luther lives in Iowa. You live in Iowa, too, do you?
Never lived in Iowa in my life.
Is that so? Lived in Iowa with your wife. Got plenty of room for her, too. More the merrier. You know, I'm thinking of marrying myself to the widow Murphy.
I don't live in Iowa.
I never lived in Iowa. I don't have a wife. I don't know your Uncle Luther. Now, keep away from me. Can't you see I'm busy?
Oh, yes, I see.
Oh, no, sir. I wouldn't think of telling you I was too busy. No. No, I'm not married. Yes, sir. I know it's against regulations.
Relations? Oh, they're all coming, are they? Well, that's good. Your papa and mama live in Iowa, too, do they?
My papa and mama don't live in Iowa. I've never lived in Iowa. Now, can't you see? Oh, I haven't had any relations in Iowa.
Oh, yes. Born and raised there, was you?
Hey, don't you know it's against the law to shoot an animal after he's dead?
In bed? I didn't shoot him in bed. I shot him in the woods.
We'll get a room here as soon as we find out what they know at the trading post. I'm afraid our friend's hearing is a trifle defective.
Detective, yes. I'll dig you up with basic clues faster than anybody. Now, you take my Uncle Luther.
You take him. I'll take Vanilla.
Yeah.
Constable, note every fact carefully.
Yes, sir.
You say your name is Joan Manning?
Yes,
And you've lived here 10 years?
that's right.
Well, where do you live?
In the cabin on the right of the trail, you know, leading up from the riverbank.
Did you make a note of that, Constable?
Yes, sir.
How old did you say you were?
I didn't say.
It's no use, Sarge. She's standing on her constitutional rights. Hey, and they're not bad either.
I better find out what they want. Hello, Sergeant. Anything I can do for you?
Are you George Weathers?
That's right. Senior partner of the trading post. And this is my junior partner. You see, her father left his share of the business to her. And let me tell you something, gentlemen, she's just as smart as her dad ever was.
I'm afraid Mr. Weathers is a bit prejudiced.
Have either of you ever seen this before?
Well, yes, that belongs to Jim Smithers.
It did belong to Jim Smithers. He's dead.
Dead? Why, he only left here a couple of hours ago. He said he was going back to his cabin to pack for Montreal.
Right? And he had quite a bit of money with him, too. Why, I saw him put it right in that purse.
Well, that explains it. He was robbed and murdered by someone who saw him get the money or knew he had it.
Did you see any suspicious characters in or around the trading post?
No.
Who was in the store?
Well, there was a trapper here, but he's an old customer of mine. Oh, yes, there was Jim's brother was here, too.
Were they friendly?
Well, not today. They seem to be having a bit of an argument.
Oh, they were, eh? What about?
Well, I hate to say, Constable.
You'd better tell us everything you know.
Jim's brother came in here drunk. He asked him for some money. Jim got mad and left the store, and his brother followed him.
Miss Manning, you say the Smithers cabin is just a short distance upstream.
That's right. You can't miss it.
I'll go up and take a look around, Kelly. See if you can get any more information on Smithers.
Right.
And don't forget you're working on a murder case, so keep your mind on your business.
Now remember, go over that cabin with a fine-tooth comb. There's about $20,000 worth of our fake money lying around there somewhere, and we'd better find it before the Mounties do.
We'll find it if we have to dynamite the place.
I heard you say the Mounties are here. What shall I do?
Don't worry about the Mounties. I'll take care of them. You keep on engraving those plates.
These are the finest plates I ever made. If anything should happen to them.
Nothing's going to happen to them. Don't worry.
Let's take the shortcut. How far did you say that murdered man's cabin is?
Oh, about a mile away. You can get there either by the river or by trail.
Well, since I haven't my canoe saddled outside, I think I'll take the trail.
Smarty.
You can do without me for a little while. I'll follow the Sarge. He always gets into trouble without me.
Wherever the old miser hid that money, he put it there to stay.
I begin to think so myself.
Say, this looks like a hiding place, all right.
Listen. I hear somebody coming.
It's one of the Mounties. All right, come on.
Let's get out of here.
Sarge! Sarge! Are you all right? What happened? Are you shot or anything?
I must have been hit with a pile driver. Say, Kelly, you should have seen them come at me. Oh! At least 7 men came after me from every direction.
7, eh? Did you get any?
I must have gotten some. I have bodies strewn all over the floor.
Yeah. Here's your man, Sarge. All 7 of them. And he looks like he'd been drunk for a month. Nice work, Sarge. When I report this to the inspector, I bet you'll get a citation.
You're not going to tell the inspector, are you?
Why, Sarge, I didn't realize you were so modest. We're pals. Anytime one of us does a good deed, the inspector should know about it. After all, you know, it means promotion, a raise.
All right, Kelly, you tell the inspector about this, and I'll tell him about the time you arrested the Chinaman for smuggling himself in, and when you got him down to headquarters, we found out he was a trapper with yellow jaundice.
Who do you suppose he is?
Well, I can make a good guess. Just as I thought. He's Bill Smithers, brother of the murdered man.
Say, we ought to question him.
Sure, go right ahead. What do you want to ask him? Can't you see you'll have to sleep it off? We'll have to talk to him in the morning.
Yeah, suppose he wakes up and runs away. What then?
Oh, don't worry. He won't wake up. And if he does run off, he won't get far. Come on.
Boys, I've got a plan. You know what'll send the Mounties back to headquarters?
Oh, your guess is as good as ours.
Well, let's quit guessing.
This is no guess. The Mounties never leave a murder unsolved. They claim they always get their man.
Well, thanks for telling me that. You know, it makes me feel better.
And this time they're going to get their man also. But it won't be you.
The grooves on the Smithers bullet prove it was fired from a .30-30 Winchester.
You certainly know your ballistics, Sarge.
Thanks, Constable. You must have made a special study of some subject, haven't you?
I certainly have. It's too bad they didn't give grades for it at school. You see, I worked out my own system for getting a girl into my arms fast. Watch closely. Just a few simple jujitsu holds, and there I am. Oh, here's romance. I hope you're satisfied.
This bullet was fired from a latest model rifle. I remember how the Patrick Donovan case was solved. You should have seen the expression on his face when he saw the enlarged photograph showing the relationship between the bullet and the...
When I snuck through that door, do you know what I was doing?
Don't tell me, don't tell me. The spirits will give me the answer. You were either playing detective or you were expecting Lady Godiva as a guest.
That's it. See if you can guess.
Why don't you stay out of my life?
What? Wait a minute. Wife, that's it, precisely. I was practicing coming through the door so that when I marry the widow Murphy, she won't catch me when I come in late.
Say, which way do you go to get to Joan Manning's place?
Face? Oh, well, she ain't no spring chicken, but you'd go a long ways before you'd meet as lovely a girl.
Yes, I know, but where does she live? Where?
Huh?
Where?
Hair? Oh, yes, she's got plenty of hair left. And you ought to see her do a day's washing. Why, she's as strong as an ox. She can mangle more clothes in one day in a laundry cut in a 5-day week.
Well, Joan certainly knows everything in the book.
Cook? Oh, boy, she's a good cook. She runs one of the most particular boarding houses in these parts. I can't see what she sees in me, though. We go out in the summer nights in my canoe, and we drift lazily along in that beautiful moonlight.
No fooling.
Huh?
I said no fooling.
Well, a little. She said she's going to marry me.
Why, you're old enough to be her father.
Father? That's what she says. She says I'll have to have $5,000 before she'll bother with me. She sure is crazy about me.
Say, Joan Manning wouldn't have you for $1 million.
That's just exactly right. I says to her, I says, baby, I'll be coming around the mountain with $5,000 in my jeans, and then you'll be my doll-faced baby for keeps, Widow Murphy. Hey, where are you headed for, young man? I'll bet you're going sparking.
Yes, but not with the Widow Murphy. Boarding house, 5-day week.
Hello. Is Miss Joan Manning at home?
Yes, please.
Well, Constable Kelly, this is an unexpected pleasure.
I just dropped in to check up on a few more details, Miss Manning.
I'm glad to be of any assistance. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
And, where is the sergeant?
Oh, he's an old stay-at-home. Laziest man in the world. You know, he likes to take his shoes off and steal a nap every chance he gets. Confidentially, I have to do all the work.
Hey, I'm thinking of doing my detecting for the mounted police. What'll they pay?
Oh, I'm afraid you're too old to join.
Well, it ain't enough, but I'll think it over. Hey, you ain't going sparking too, are you?
Not with the Widow Murphy. I'm going canoeing.
In the moonlight?
No fooling.
There I was in a room, unarmed, surrounded by 5 tough outlaws.
What a predicament.
Not for Constable Kelly. You know what I did? Get up a minute. I grabbed the first outlaw like this, and I whirled him around like this. And I grabbed the second man like that, and the third man I did like that. And the first thing you know, I got them all on the floor.
Really, Constable, you're wonderful.
Let me show you another one of my tricks. You take a man like this.
Uh-oh. I'm quite impressed as it is.
Now, you wheel around and make believe you got a gun in your hand.
Suppose you try this one on Minnie. Oh, Minnie?
Give me your hand. Now, the idea is to grab your man this way and pull him through. You pull your man right through. Funny. This time,
Now, pull your man right through.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, my goodness. Oh, too bad.
Oh.
Poor fella. Where is he? Is that it?
Ah, yes, that's fine.
Oh, here's romance. I'm glad I happened by and got the chance, the wedding knot to tie. I'll play the part of the preacher, make you man and wife, and I hope Kelly and you are happy and true for life. Oh, here's romance. You both look satisfied. A loving groom, a happy blushing bride. And I'll sing the wedding march at your first dance. Oh, here is love. Oh, here is romance.
Miss Manning.
Come in.
Missy horses outside, me know you here. Bill Smither, him killed himself.
Where?
In cabin. Me pass by, me hear shot. Me go in. Bill Smithers, him dead.
He was sound asleep when we left him.
Well, you can't tell about drunks. Sometimes they sleep it off in an hour.
You seem to be an authority on drunks, too. Let's get going. I'm sorry I couldn't have come sooner and stayed later.
You're always welcome, Sergeant.
You'll come back. May show you more Indian wrestling tricks sometime.
Thank you, Minnie.
Shot himself through the temple. Before I killed my worthless self, I confess I was the one who murdered my brother.
I knew it. He woke up full of remorse and committed suicide.
I did it because he treated me like dirt and because I wanted his money. When I realized what a terrible crime I had committed, I burned all the money.
Burned all
Signed Bill Smithers.
Burned all the money? Burned all the money? Yeah, he burned it all right. Imagine. I'll bet there was a fortune in here.
All right, Constable.
Yeah, I know. Constable, you may probe for the bullet.
Those fist-throwing playmates of mine are watching us, Kelly. Keep probing, and I'll see what I can probe out of them. Well, it's easy to figure out that suicide note was a fake. The man doesn't kill himself with a rifle.
You're right for once. And there wasn't any powder burns when I probed.
This rifle bullet has the same markings as the first one. Both brothers were murdered by the same gun.
So all we've got to do is examine every gun in the Dominion. That's easy.
Just as easy as the inspector asking us to search every cabin in the country for a counterfeit printing press. Oh, by the way, where's that phony bill you got from Smithers' body?
You don't need to examine the money so scientifically, Professor. I told you before it was a fake.
Yes, but what you don't know is that there's some fur fibers sticking to it.
Don't tell me times are so hard for the wolves they've gone into printing their own money.
Well, wherever the wolves are, they're using furs to hide the money in when they ship to the big towns.
Now everything becomes so much easier for us. All we have to do is to look through every skunk skin that's shipped from this country.
That'll be your job. Unless we can find some way of smoking out the wolves.
Come in.
Can I come in?
Come in.
Can I come in? Say, you're two of the deepest fellas I ever did see in my whole life. Thought you told me your pocketbook was empty. Your pa sure got that money to you fast. Did he get mad? I say, did he get sore? It's phony. Counterfeit. When you phoned, he had a fit, huh?
No, it's counterfeit.
Oh, counterfeit. Say, somebody passed some counterfeit on me.
Yeah. Who was the man?
How long ago?
Why didn't you tell us before?
Was it much money? You want to hear about it?
Yes.
I thought so.
How much money was it?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Was it $1?
$10.
$100.
$1,000?
Here's the 4 bits right here.
That was a terrible thing about Bill Smithers, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
We knew he was a good-for-nothing and drank too much, but I just can't believe that he'd kill his own brother for money.
Oh, I'm not surprised. During my years in the Northwest woods, I've seen some very strange things happen. Oh, Joan, don't you think we ought to be ordering some more flour? The trappers will be coming pretty soon.
That's right, we should. We haven't been shipping many furs lately, have we?
No, we haven't.
Hello, Sergeant Renfrew.
Good morning, Miss Manning. Mr. Weathers?
Hi, Sergeant.
You mind if I use your phone?
No, certainly not.
Thank you. Model Police Headquarters. Hello, Mandy. Thanks for calling us last night. RENFREW reporting. Inspector Dolan, please. Inspector Dolan, the Smithers case is closed, sir. He was murdered by his brother, who robbed him, became remorseful, and committed suicide. He left a note to that effect, sir, and also confessed to destroying the money he had stolen. Constable Kelly and I are leaving for headquarters this morning. Any other instructions, sir? Yes, Inspector. We'll bear that in mind, according to Code 66. Yes, 66.
Yes, I understand. 66.
66 is a hurry call, isn't it, Inspector?
I feel like a monkey sitting up here.
That's exactly right. Only it'll be more so if 66 isn't taken care of at once.
All right. Yeah, I see him now. I'll see what he's up to and meet you back in the room.
Sorry you're leaving, Sergeant. Hope to see you under more pleasant circumstances soon.
Well, same here.
Is Constable Kelly coming in to say goodbye?
No, I'm afraid not. You see, he's busy packing and getting ready, so I'll just say goodbye for him.
Oh, that's too bad. Minnie will be disappointed. She told me last night he was a heap handsome brave.
Well, I'll have to pass that compliment on. I'm sure Kelly will be delighted.
Well, don't stay away too long.
Thanks, I'll try not to.
in the hole.
Same mount he follow?
Give me that gun. I'll fix him.
No shoot. Me have better idea. Light a lamp.
Oh, trying to pull a fast one, is he? All right. We'll make that last shipment and blow. Tom, you and Steve take a load of furs in one canoe. Matty, you and I'll take a load down to the trading post and come back for the rest. Get your plates ready. You'll go with us on the last trip.
What'll I do with the hand press?
Set a match to the whole business. Come on, get them ready now. And when they leave, lock the door.
Well, it's not a bad job. Canadian government's been wondering about these.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean that you and your pals have a little too much talent for your own good.
Oh, Mr. Weathers, Nandy and Mr. Hawks are coming in with a lot of furs.
Where?
Out there.
Splendid. It's about time we had some furs to ship out.
Let's hurry and get these packed.
There's a fortune in here, Hawks.
Yeah, we'll never have to worry once we get that gold dust back to the States.
Maybe we better pack out on horses instead of canoes. Then we can hide in the woods.
That'd be foolish. We'll use canoes and catch a riverboat down to the coast.
What about RENFREW?
Well, speak of the devil. He's saving me the trouble of going after him. Here he is now. You got to hand it to him. He's coming after us alone.
That finishes him.
I never miss. It's a good thing to remember.
All right. Get him up. Hawks, it wouldn't surprise me if you shot me right through the heart that time. Pretty good shooting, too. The only trouble is you shot a couple of holes through my hat and coat. And now, Mr. Hawks, you're under arrest for the murder of Jim Smithers and his brother.
Oh, but Bill Smithers committed suicide.
That's where Mr. Hawks made one mistake. He had Bill Smithers commit suicide with a .30-30 rifle instead of a pistol. The same rifle he used to kill Jim Smithers, and if I'm not mistaken, the same rifle he used to shoot my hat and coat.
Well, that's absurd. You know that you found Bill Smithers' written confession? Signed by him.
A very clever forgery, Mr. Hawks. All right, come on, all of you.
Now, you listen to me. We're all in trouble.
What's this all about?
We're up to our neck in a counterfeiting racket. You as well as the rest of us.
Me?
Yes, you've been passing counterfeit money ever since business at the post got bad.
But I didn't know it was counterfeit.
Well, who'd believe that? Certainly not the police. Now, you better stick with us. If he ever gets away, we'll all go to jail for life. Or even worse.
Oh, no, you don't.
Cut that rope. You all right? Now give me the key to that trapdoor.
No.
Give it to me. I know it's in your pocket. Go on. Why? Spin it up. Open it up. Open it up.
Help! Help! Murder! Help! 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 Murder! Help! Help! Murder! Help! 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 Murder!
So you come back to life, huh? Well, it won't be for long. Go ahead.
Joan, put that gun down.
I won't. You're going to take your medicine.
Do you realize what you're doing?
I certainly do. Why did you have to butt in? We were doing all right.
Doing all right. Counterfeiting money. Committing murder.
You mean Jim Smithers? He's better off dead anyway. He was an old miser.
Now, you listen to me, Joan. You'll never get away with it. You'll all hang.
Go ahead. Don't waste any more time.
All right, stand back, all of you. You too.
I thought you'd do that. There never was a woman I'd trust. Now I'll load it.
Where's Sergeant Renfrew?
Not here.
Don't tell me he isn't here. Where'd these come from? Yeah, well, I'm looking around for myself.
Well, I've got an armful of them. I've got an armful myself.
Nice work, Kelly. Glad to see you finally got something nailed down.
Maybe more murder, maybe. You come back sometime, maybe.
Not me. I'm being transferred.
Oh, too bad. Me have a little present for you. Remember, till me see you again. You wait, huh?
Well, did I make a hit or did I make a hit?
Hey, what'll I do with this?
Use it as a love charm, Kelly.
Well, thanks for everything.
Goodbye, Joan, and maybe...
More murder? Maybe. You come back again sometime, maybe?
When day is done and the setting sun hides in back of a deep purple veil, love comes back to me in my reverie, riding down the Yukon Trail.
So somebody sent me a link to an article about some Gracie person being arrested for fighting with a bouncer. So I read the article, and it says something in the lines of like, this Gracie guy went to some bar or club, I think it was a club or something, and he was with 6 of his friends, and they just cut in the front of the line and tried to boss hog their way through, and then he got in a fight with the bouncer, and then the Gracie guy tackled the guy and mounted the guy. And all the people got arrested. The Gracie people and the Gracie person and his friends got all arrested. And then they were charged. At first it was a more serious charge, but then they said that the charge got dropped, not dropped, but lowered to something not as serious. I think at first it was like seen to be like up to 15 years in prison, and then later on it got lowered, the charge, to 1 year. And my feedback about that is, I already strongly dislike what the Gracies represent and what they've done to the martial arts. They've severely exploited the martial arts and turned it into a whole violent, like, fighting spectacle. And from something that was started, as a clean fight standing up, they've encouraged everybody to be very dirty with the way that they fight. And I strongly am upset at their entire family and what they represent, and I dislike everything about them. And I think recently somebody sent me another article about one of the BJJ instructors in, I think, Brazil or something, who raped and killed like a 1-year-old, his 1-year-old son, and he got put in jail, and then he got repeatedly raped in jail. And what these Gracies represent and what this BJJ stuff represents, it's something that it disgusts me, and this Gracie person that got arrested. I'm glad that he got arrested. I'm glad that him and all his friends got arrested. And I hope that the Gracies and all their followers and everybody that practices that stuff continues to allow their true colors to come out and keep fighting and keep landing in jail, keep getting, you know, taken advantage of in prison. And because really in prison, the type of fighting that they do in prison, which involves like sexual intercourse and rape, that's the type of fighting that they're into. So they should be happy that they're going to prison, because they can fight like that all day if they want. And really, that's what I see, that's where they belong, in prison. People that like to ground and pound and ground fight and do all these, you know, intimate positions, claiming it as fighting, you know, they should go to prison, because in prison, that's what they love to do, you know. And these people are not good role models to me. And first off, you know, I see that a real martial artist shouldn't even be drinking alcohol. He shouldn't even be in a bar. He shouldn't be in a club. He should be meditating. He should be spending time with his kids and family. He should be spending time with loved ones. He should be exercising, reading books, writing. You know, real martial artists are people that live a very healthy lifestyle, and they promote positive things. You know, so real martial artists don't go to jail for things of which they are at fault for due to violence. You know, I see that the only reason that they may go to jail is if there's somebody like Socrates who's standing up for truth, or Gandhi, or Martin Luther King Jr. standing up for truth, or Osho. You know, people that are standing up against the corruption of the government. You know, if they go to jail because of that, then that's a different story. But when these people are going to jail for raping little kids and killing little kids and, like, you know, bullying other people, you know, these people are not martial artists. They're just criminals that practice martial arts. And then the way that they express the martial arts is very detrimental for society. And these Gracies are teaching the entire world to be bullies and to abuse their authority and abuse their powers and fight with people when they disagree with what they have to say. You know, to them, everything has to do with fighting. If they're unhappy with you, if for any reason, they want to fight you. And I'm extremely disappointed with what has happened to the martial arts. And I blame the Gracies, I blame the UFC, I blame Dana White, I blame Shannon Lee. You know, I blame the American culture and how they value violence so much that they would support such a thing as cage fighting in the UFC. You know, I blame the people that support this type of activity, and I just don't understand why the people cannot simply see and understand that what is going on with this cage fighting and the people that are involved with it is not something that we should be proud about. You know, you got a lot of Americans who always poke fun and talk trash about Chinese people in China eating dogs and stuff like that. That's one of the #1 things that they poke fun at the Chinese for and discriminate the Chinese for. But then we Americans, you know, we throw human beings into a cage and let them destroy each other and kill each other for entertainment and for profit. You know, I think there's it's hard for Americans to understand the ways of the East. But you know, I think through time it will end. You know, this fad or this overvaluing of this type of senseless, violent entertainment. I think through time it will eventually come to an end. And maybe people will start valuing artists. And another thing I want to bring up is, you know, people like Bruce Lee and Jet Li and Tony Jaa and Jackie Chan. You wouldn't hear about them doing some stupid stuff like that, getting arrested. You know, going to a bar and fighting with a bouncer. First of all, a real martial artist, he wouldn't even be in that situation. He wouldn't even be drinking. He wouldn't even be at the bar. He wouldn't even be at the club. And he wouldn't, you know, abuses his power and his fame. So I just feel that there's a lot of you know, very much so, like much lack of role models in this culture, in this society. But then again, I also see that people that try to step up and come forward with providing guidance, a lot of times they are silenced. So you either risk getting assassinated in order to help guide the people, or you just shut your mouth and listen to the orders that they tell you in order to continue to live and just live to make money. Unfortunately, those are pretty much the two options that I see that the people have. You either have to shut up and just do what they want you to do and continue to collect your money, or you'll be silenced, you'll be terminated, you'll be executed, and your memory and your reputation will be eliminated as if you never existed. So it's a tough situation. But I feel the energy of the people immediately. I can feel that these Gracies and what they represent is not something positive. He doesn't have to get arrested in order for me to know that. I already know. And what I have to express based on what I know is hard for people to understand because they don't feel the energies that I feel. But with situations like this, where it is broadcasted about what happened to them and what they have done, maybe in time people will understand where I'm coming from. But that's what I had to say about that.